Jeremy Vuolo forced to obey Jim Bob Duggar's harsh demands. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. A source has revealed a shocking way Jeremy Vuolo was forced to obey Jim Bob Duggar's harsh demands. Until now, fans didn't know about this requirement Jim Bob placed on Jeremy, who wanted to marry Duggar Duggar. What was all of this about? Keep reading for more details, plus find out what fans are thinking. Duggar fans may know about the intense process Jim Bob has in place for those hoping to court his daughters. The Duggar kids court rather than date, which means they date with the intent of marriage. In a courtship, they are expected to avoid all PDA, including generally innocent activities like hugging or holding hands. They're also not allowed to be alone without a chaperone. However, there are many more rules. Jill Duggar's husband, Derek Dillard, previously talked about a 45-page questionnaire Jim Bob created. Jim Bob must also approve of his children's partners. The person behind Life Is Not All Pickles and Hairspray on Facebook had a chance to chat with a former TLC crew member. They offered some insight into the Duggar family, based on what they saw behind the scene. The source even spilled some information on a deleted scene, which left viewers disturbed. In the comments section of the post, Duggar fans and critics are weighing in. Someone said, "Remove his tattoo? FFS. I'm surprised Jeremy did." Another Facebook user was particularly intrigued by this and said, "For some reason Jeremy's tattoo story shocks me the most out of these revelations. He must have really wanted his sheltered, submissive virgin wife and the fame she brought with her." Below you can see a screenshot of Jeremy Vuolo's tattoo, which was shown in a TLC clip. Based on the photos the couple has shared on social media in the past few years, it doesn't look like he still has this tattoo. Of course, it's possible he's managed reality TV. Few families have generated as much controversy and intrigue as the Duggars. With their strict, conservative values and larger-than-life presence on shows like 19 Kids and Counting On, the Duggars have captivated viewers for years. But behind the camera, things may not always be as picture-perfect as they seem. One of the most talked-about figures in the Duggar family in recent years has been Jeremy Vuolo, who married Duggar Duggar in 2016. The couple's relationship and their journey toward independence have been under constant scrutiny, especially when it comes to the influence of Jim Bob Duggar, Duggar's father. Though Jeremy came from a relatively progressive background compared to the Duggar family's strict upbringing, it hasn't stopped the patriarch of the Duggar clan, Jim Bob, from exerting significant control over his son-in-law's life. For many, it's been an ongoing source of speculation. How much freedom does Jeremy really have in his marriage and his personal life, especially with Jim Bob's overbearing presence? Reports have surfaced over the years of Jim Bob making demands on his children and their spouses, dictating nearly every aspect of their lives, from finances to career choices to the very homes they live in. As the head of the Duggar family, Jim Bob's influence extends far beyond what one might expect from a typical father-in-law. His autocratic tendencies have led many to wonder how much of Duggar's decisions were made independently and how much were the result of pressure from her father, and more specifically, her husband's willingness to comply with Jim Bob's orders. Jeremy, a former soccer player and pastor, seems to have tried to navigate his own path in life, but the influence of Jim Bob often looms large over him. In many ways, Jeremy's life has been a balancing act between asserting his own autonomy while also adhering to the expectations of the Duggar family's patriarch. Jim Bob's demands, while sometimes subtle, are often clear. Maintain the family's image, adhere to the family's strict religious values, and above all, ensure that the family's legacy remains intact. A particular point of tension for many fans has been the couple's decision to move to Los Angeles, far away from the Duggar family's home base in Arkansas. While the move initially seemed like a sign of independence for Duggar and Jeremy, it was revealed that even their relocation wasn't without Jim Bob's influence. Reports suggest that Jim Bob made it clear that he didn't fully approve of the move, and that Jeremy was under intense pressure to toe the Duggar line. Whether it's financial control or career decisions, it appears that Jim Bob's power over his children and their spouses extends well into adulthood. Despite these challenges, Jeremy has made efforts to carve out his own identity, particularly in his career as a pastor and his involvement in public ministry. However, the looming figure of Jim Bob is never far behind, shaping the choices that Jeremy makes. For now, the Duggar family continues to be a focal point of public fascination, with Jeremy Vuolo caught in the delicate web of family loyalty, personal ambition, and the ever-present influence of Jim Bob Duggar. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our Reality TV 24 channel and stay with us.